compositing tool for DaVinci Resolve. Compositing is the art of combining multiple visual elements into a singular something. It's how we make things look like they belong together. Kind of like when you add drop shadows to everything. You're a compositor and didn't even know it. The tool I'm trying to make is called a Lightwrapper. It makes light from behind something go onto that something so that it looks, well, composited. Unfortunately, this is a giant waste of time. Matter of fact, what I'm trying to make already exists right here. Huh, would you look at that? I've been told wasting time isn't a great thing, and there's what I need right there, so why am I making my own?
So from my understanding, what we're trying to do is this. We've got something in front and something behind. This thing behind is bright, very, very bright. Because of that, there should be some light that leaks forward and wraps around onto our front object. So the question is, how do we turn this into something we can do in Fusion?
When I was a younger Wampus, I went to a school by the name of California Polytechnic State University of San Luis Obispo, or Cal Poly. And their slogan was, learn by doing. Like a lot of you watching, I'm self-taught. I didn't go to Cal Poly for editing, so in order for me to learn things like Fusion, I have to do. You see, there are actually a lot of light wrapping tools out there, and that's actually how I'm learning. I'm watching how people are making these light wrapping tools. I actually started with this video here from Sai, and then I decided to dive a little bit deeper from this version from Casey Ferris. And there is this gold mine of a video from Mr. Van Beek where he does a very thorough breakdown of how he built out his. And let's not forget the one that I showed off earlier, Dax's. But unfortunately, they don't do what I need. It's not to say that they're bad tutorials. I mean, I'm learning from them, but they don't quite do what I need.
So in Fusion, things are often represented by nodes, which I think can scare a lot of people, but all a node does is just represent a thing. It's like a button or a slider or a tool or an effect. It just represents something. So we are gonna have two nodes, a subject and a source. To free up some space, we're gonna replace these with these. Subject, source. Now for me, when I'm trying to break this down, I think there's two challenges that we have to address. One is the actual wrap effect. So how do we get something from here, wrap on to here? Two is only getting bright areas. There are lots of ways for us to put something from behind on top, but we want to make sure that we're only getting the brighter areas of the image so that we're emulating our light wrapper effect. So at the end of the day, what we're going to have to do is merge these together. Merging is how we combine in Fusion. It's how we say, put this thing with this thing. Now, keeping in mind challenge 1 and 2, let's start with 2 first. How do we only get bright areas? Well, there's lots of ways to do that, but I think what we're gonna need to do is add in a tool here. There's a tool inside DaVinci Resolve that only grabs bright areas, which is exactly what we want. Well, to attack problem 1, which is to wrap it back on top, we need to introduce a tool here that's going to affect our source. Now, what does that look like?
In order for you to achieve your goals in this universe, you have tools at your disposal. For some people, it's a hammer, some a pen and paper. Others, it's whatever this is. For me, it's normally DaVinci Resolve, and today specifically, it's Fusion, nodes, this mess. Well, we've got a couple problems. One, we still have the green screen background. So to get rid of that inside of Fusion, what we're gonna wanna do is key the green. There's a difference between masking and keying in that masking looks to isolate shapes, keying looks to isolate colors, color ranges, color values. So I can add in an ultra keyer. Before I connect it here, I can take my eyedropper, pick screen color, pick the green, so that we got that green. And then if I hold shift to insert it here, oh, well, there you go. If I wanted these scenes to feel like they belong together, well, the light from the fire should really be reflecting onto the gun, which is the problem that we're trying to solve today. But I feel like one thing that people often lose sight of is the beauty in untangling this mess. Because in fact, what I've come to find the more time I've spent in Fusion is that it's not a mess.
Now, lighting as a field is extremely complex, but we can dumb it down into two areas, a rim light and I'll call it a soft light. I know that's not the right term. See, the thing that's so cool about Fusion is that it makes attacking these two problems much more manageable outside of other tools. Once we filter out what kind of light that we would like through our keyer, we can then split it up into two branches. We can say, okay, grab a rim light here and grab a soft light here. And then we can eventually go back and combine them. This solves problem 2. We figured out a way to grab our rim light and our soft light. Now what? Well, we need to attack problem 1, which was to get the actual light wrap. Well, all we really need to do is look at our subject here. Take the rules that we made here and cut out those areas inside. And when we look to cut something out, we are masking.
As we begin to understand more, what we really find is structure, purpose, methods to the madness. And if we take a couple steps back, what that really means is that when we focus on unraveling this mess and deepening our understanding, we begin to appreciate the hows and whys. These are what make you valuable as a creator, an editor, a writer, a craftsman. Can we just say a human being? Because in an age where the ability to turn your brain off is exponentially easier day by day, if you don't continue to learn by doing and learn the hows and whys, you will become invaluable quickly. Now let's add our base light. And I've got great news because we've already got a starting point for our base light. We can work with this rim light and just expand it. So let's create a little bit more room. I'm going to take all of our nodes here, pull them up. If I take our rim light, paste it down here, and if I alt click our underlay, hit F2, I can name this our soft light. You right click, change the color. So now we kind of have one more problem to solve. We want our soft light to leak in a little bit further. Oh, there we go. So I can just decrease our road dilate till it's a little bit further in. If I go back to our merge here, wow. Well, that is quite bright, isn't it? Well, what if I decrease the blend just a bit? Let's go back to our media out. Now that's not a bad start, but it just still doesn't look right. So while a lot of you might not care that much about Fusion, there are probably things that you do struggle with. Well, a wise Mr. Jermaine Cole once said, there's beauty in that struggle. I challenge you, me, and the rest of us through this year to live in that struggle. Let me show you how it works. If I add in a displace node to our soft light here, so that way we can see our border for that soft light region. Well, what the displace node attempts to do is move whatever you want it to based off of whatever information you provide here. So if I want this border to move based off of the shape of the gun, well, that means I need to feed it the shape of the gun. And now I can increase the refraction or the change amount, and it will move based off of whatever I have fed it. So if I go to my merge node here, well, there you go. Now it looks like it's interacting with the shape of our gun. This is the thought process that I ended up following for the next couple of days. I spent the next couple of days doing exactly this. And if you do want to actually download and try this tool out for yourself, I have uploaded it for free. I don't collect your email. I don't sign you up for a newsletter. The only thing I do is collect your IP address for future use, but you can go download it right now and try it out yourself. Let me know if you would like an advanced breakdown of this Lightwrapper tool. And if you want to start your own creative journey inside DaVinci Resolve, I've teamed up with Bring Your Own Laptop to develop an entire essentials course. It'll take you from the bare basics to a fully competent and confident editor. Appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one.